Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene has announced she is resigning from Congress effective January 5th, 2026. This comes on the heels of her signing the discharge petition to force a vote to release the Epstein files. Trump then going on the offensive on her, calling her a traitor and that she's wacky, and he would endorse a challenger against her if she ran for re-election next year. Greene said, and Trump said, when told that she was resigning, he says, "Oh, that's great news. He has no plan to speak to her, but he wishes her well." That's nice. He's a very thoughtful man, if nothing else. Greene has been at odds with the Trump administration over the Epstein files. She's aligned herself with the survivors. She said she was going to name names on the floor. I guess unless they give her the names in the next 6 or 7 weeks, that may not happen. Speculation ranging from that she's resigning because she may not get reelected. She may get shut out by the GOP. She said herself that she would hope to win her reelection, but then would be expected to defend Trump during any impeachment proceedings that the Democrats would run in 2026 after the elections, or 2027 in January, as the case may be. They didn't want to be a part of that. Under the Desk News speculates that she might be gearing up for a presidential run, trying to leverage the MAGA base. Queen of Wands just popped up. She does have a plan in mind. This is not just some random I quit type thing. So let's see what's going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay? This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what the cards have to say. Here's the energy around Marjorie Taylor Greene, energy leading up to her announcing her resignation from Congress. Foundation of the reading is the Knight of Pentacles. Kind of looking for a better offer. There's a money component or a values component, and it's a moving target. The cross is the strength. The energy underneath that we don't see is the Two of Wands. This is planning. This is like next step planning here. I think now we've seen her politically move towards the center. Now, when you're moving towards the center, you are trying to become, your appeal is supposed to become more broadly based. She's in a very safe red district. They liked the extremists there, which is why they liked her. If she is suddenly acting like the Democrats would, she may lose the support that she counts on in that district, such that if you primary her with somebody who's very pro-MAGA or even more extreme than she used to be, that person stands a really strong chance of dethroning her. I think when she tried to make herself more palatable to a wider audience, she probably did polling, maybe seeing donations drying up, but I think she saw the writings on the wall that her time in Congress in that district is going to be short. She won't have the support that she counts on, so she's getting ready to move on. In the past, oh geez, that's actually a pretty good card for her. In the past, the Five of Wands, the shit disturber, the hillbilly brawl card, causing a ruckus, causing a kerfuffle wherever she goes. A short blonde Tasmanian devil comes snarling into the room and just causing chaos and mayhem. Current situation. Nine of Wands. There's a degree of nervousness of what's to come next. I don't believe she would have any culpability with the Epstein files and with the survivors, so I don't think that's it. I think it's what she's expecting to come down the pike from the Trump and Trump administration. If she's no longer in Congress, she is less of a target for Donald Trump on his vengeance tour. She's taken herself out of the game, so he can go after somebody else. This might be a preemptive move on her part to save her funds. She doesn't have to hire lawyers and security to protect herself because she's no longer a target. And I think she also sees things coming down the pike that she doesn't want to deal with. As she mentioned herself, she would be expected to defend the man against charges of... after he promised to release the Epstein files and did everything in his power not to do it, she would expect to be defending him on impeachment charges. And she doesn't want to do that. Overarching energy is the King of Wands. Masculine, taking action type energy. Again, this could be worried about Trump coming after her, or her just taking charge of her own future. Or both. The lesson to be learned. Eight of Swords. She's nobody's victim. She will never be anybody's victim. In this regard, she's not going to be bound to Trump. She will set herself free. She will not be bound in that seat. She will not be bound to Mike Johnson. She will not be bound to anyone. Outcome is the Five of Cups. Minor Arcana Death card. Disappointment. She didn't want to leave. She did not want to do this. She would just as soon stay, but this might be, it's kind of a mild strategic move on her part. Looking forward to the future. This is not how she wanted things to go. She would have liked to have stayed in Congress. She would have liked to have been who she was. I'm not saying she has suddenly developed a code of honor and an ethical backbone or anything along those lines. It's she looked at the hand that she was dealt, and she looked at what everyone else around the table is holding, and she decided to fold. She'll play the next hand. She'll sit this one out. As Kenny Rogers would say, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Maybe she'll just go count her money. Okay. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene disappointed? What's the disappointment? What's the driving disappointment in all this? That Five of Cups card. What is it that disappoints her that she resigned? What was she looking forward to doing? Why did she want to stay? The money. Not the legacy, the money. She liked the money. She liked the perks. She liked the benefits. She felt included there. She liked the Republican Party. She felt included. She could be as crazy as she wanted to be. You know, she public facing, and then she could be somebody different behind closed doors. And she liked being large in charge Marge with that. The little tyrant. She liked all of that. And she got to do what she wanted. She could be a loose cannon all day long and say and think things. The job for her was ideal. Again, conspiracy theories, being crazy, you make money, you be a little bit of a dictator, you make a show out of things, you show that you're strong and powerful, and you get that. She liked the job. I don't think she passed much legislation. I think that's been one of the knocks on her and Lauren Boebert is, the social media clicks and the getting on Fox News and OAN and Newsmax and, just saying outrageous things. She finally felt popular, included, famous. She made a lot of wealth, apparently. Much more than her salary would normally afford her. For Carter, that's what she didn't want to leave. for? What is she looking forward to? What drove her? What drove that decision? Judgment. Seven of Swords, sneaking away, sneaky things. The Tower, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, why did she leave? Now, all these things she wanted, why did she leave? Because Judgment's coming, the administration's coming down, Trump is melting down, and she understands the criminal nature of this, and she doesn't want to be associated with it. She's trying to distance herself. When the revolution comes, she wants to be way far away from it. All you Douglas Adams fans from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, she doesn't want to be one of the first ones with their back up against the wall when the revolution comes. I forget the name of the robot building company in that one. Your plastic cow. Oh, dear. Okay, so Marge liked everything about Congress. She just saw the party was coming to an end, and she's the first of the rats jumping ship. Will she read off the names of the Epstein victims? I'm sorry, Epstein survivors. Take two, cue David. Will she take the list of names that the Epstein survivors provide her and name the Johns? And more exciting, name their kinks. I don't know if we'll get that. But she said she would name the names on the Congress floor. Will she do that? That'll be a 4-carder. Page of Wands, she'll do it. If she's asked to do it, she'll do it. Because she's leaving anyways, and she doesn't mind rocking the boat. We've known that about her. There might be some, like, will they come? Well, maybe the names will come in time. This is that nervousness. I don't think she's nervous about the fallout or the repercussions for it, because she's always set herself free. It's just, will it come? Will they give her that list? And evaluating it, 8 of Coins. I think what it is, if she thinks she can profit from this, and I don't necessarily mean financially, politically, if she can profit from this, she'll do it. She's evaluating it right now. She has no problem rocking the boat. It's just a matter of, will they get her the list? Because, again, they have less than 2 months to have her name names. That Page of Wands, though, that is a card of talking about action. She said she would do it, and I honestly believe she would. It's in character and on brand for her. Did you ever think you'd watch me do a reading on Marjorie Taylor Greene and have it come out fairly neutral, if not mildly positive? Yeah, me neither. She could have chosen to be just a reasonable Republican. That's not who she is, and she wouldn't have made all the money that way, but it is a choice. You are allowed to make those choices. It's kind of boring and vanilla, but hey, it can happen. That 2 of Wands. She's got ideas about plans for the future. Is she planning on running for office that requires a consensus vote? That would be senator, governor, president. House members can be done in a gerrymandered district, so that wouldn't count. But a state senator needs the whole state to vote for you. The governor, you need the whole state to vote for you. The president, not only do you need the states, you need all the states to vote for you. Does she plan on going with a position like that in politics? I believe that's the plan. Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. sitting there, this is what I think she does want to do. Current situation is the Four of Cups. Yeah, I think she's looking at herself, realizing she's been pegged as too extreme. You have to get all these cups in a row, and right now she's like one person's cup of tea, but for every one person that likes her, three people don't. 25% is not going to get you over the top there. She's looking for a path forward, and in order to do that, she needs to leave the drama. Yeah. Does she want to run for like president or governor or senator? Yes. That's what she wants. Then she could be in charge. She's looking for that path forward. She realizes the path she's on isn't going to work, so she has to leave that path and go do something else. If she wants to realize this, you have to walk away from the cups that don't serve you so you can get to the cups that you want. Somebody may be advising her on this, on her plans going forward. If she is planning on running as a presidential candidate, we'll find out soon enough. We would probably find out within months of her leaving Congress. Because, let's see, so she'll be for 1 year. Election's not for another 3. If it was a senator position, I have to look to see when the senators are running. Hang on for a second. I'm going to pause here. Okay, according to this article, Georgia is the Georgia governor race is in 2026. The Georgia U.S. Senator race is in 2026. Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Attorney General Chris Carr are leading candidates for the Republican nomination. Firebrand GOP Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene passed on running for the U.S. Senate and for the governor, opting for re-election in the U.S. House. But now she's bowing out of the House. For Carter, is she planning on running for a Georgia state political position, governor or U.S. senator in Georgia? Knight of Wands, there's a plan. She'd like it. She wanted to. That was the plan. And she opted for the House. And now she's regretting the decision that she made. I think she felt like at the time she didn't have the votes to get it. She absolutely wants that upgrade in position because I think, again, she would do well financially by doing so. And this might be the problem is if she wanted to do this, you need to start fundraising and getting support. She may not have the time to do it, but it could be something that she definitely looked into it. I don't know if she's doing it now. Let's see how the presidential thing looks. And then that'll give us a hint. She might. I mean, the Knight of Wands, I wouldn't say is a no card. I would say that's a yes card. But it requires planning because she's getting a late start on that. You know, she basically is resigning her position, and she has 3 or 4 months or so whenever the primaries are probably like April, May time frame. So she only has a few months to get out there. Now, fortunately for her, she's got name recognition in spades. So that's not a problem. Okay. Is she planning on running for a presidential seat in the basically what we would assume is the 2028 presidential elections? Marjorie Taylor Greene looking to throw her hat in the ring to run as the president of the United States. 5 of Swords, all or nothing, all in. Decision needs to be made. Is this really what you want to do? Do they really want you? 4 Swords, thinking about it. Contemplation. Wow. A lot of swords, a lot of sword energy here. To me, it's ultimately what she wants. What is she willing to give up to get that, though? That's the choice that needs to be made, because she's not everybody's favorite. But she's got, basically 3 years to reinvent herself on this one. Yeah, okay. I think the thing that's coming up here is, if she runs for the Senate or for the governor's seat in Georgia, she's kind of taking herself out of the running for the presidential seat. And I think that's what the tentativeness is. Now, if she does it and she gets in, she's building up a resume that would give her a stronger chance to run for the president of the United States. But at the same time, if you do that and you lose, you are expending money, energy, and resources for a position you didn't win, and that may really handicap your shot at the presidency. Okay, so what does Marge, where's she leaning to right now? Just a 7 Carter, what is she leaning on doing next year? Working on her reputation. She's looking to see what's going to happen next as she works on her reputation as she leaves. Look at these cards, are all the same from the first spread here. Yeah. Right now, doesn't want to leave, has to leave, disappointed at leaving. Trump is a crybaby. He was going to scapegoat her. She's got to leave. Has to determine what she wants to do next. What's going to be worth it. She'll announce it soon enough. She's moving quickly. She'll be moving to a decision quickly. She'll announce it soon enough. One clarifier, strength card. Something that plays to her strengths. They're not going to shut her up. Whatever it is, she will not be shut up. She will continue to stay in the spotlight. I think over the next 7 weeks, she is going to be even more vocal. I don't think she's going to shy away. I think she's going to be more vocal, if you can imagine that. All right, one last one, Spirit, here. We'll wrap it up. 4 Carter, anything else we need to know about Marjorie Taylor Greene and her announced resignation from Congress? 4 Carter, we'll wrap it up. Anything else we need to know about Marjorie Taylor Greene and her leaving Congress? Well, she's leaving. There's an agreement. Anxiety. God, these cards. Yeah, she's leaving. It's crashing down. She knows it's crashing down. It's like she can't bear to be there with it. She sees it coming. She's just getting out of Dodge. And she wants to be liked. She wants to be more centrist in this one. Yeah, okay. If you have any doubt that the Trump administration, if you think it's going to survive and all this, the Epstein stuff isn't going to matter, Marjorie Taylor Greene is leaving Congress. This is going to matter. She sees it. She sees it crashing down, and she is the first of the rats to jump ship. Take some solace with that. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.